don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Hey guys, we are back for another video. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So earlier we had reported on some information with regards to Porsha Williams. She did file for divorce yesterday. So this information was determined sometime today, I believe. I can't even keep up with the days. So let's just get into some of the potential things that's occurring in the marriage. Now, we originally told you that based on what was being reported, that somebody close to either Porsha or Simon or both of them said it had nothing to do with his U.S. citizenship or his inability to obtain U.S. citizenship. And then it was stated that Porsha filing for divorce had nothing to do with Simon not being able to obtain citizenship, but that it was something that had happened in their marriage that was an ongoing thing. Well, keep in mind, all of this comes on the heels of Porsha signing back on for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And not only has she signed on, she has signed a multiple deal with Bravo, NBC, and Universal. So we gotta really, really look at what we're being told here, because something again is just not adding up. A source close to Simon and Porsha has reported that the reason for Porsha filing for divorce has nothing to do with Simon being unable to obtain citizenship in the United States of America. And I'm going to tell you this. Not only is Simon not able to obtain citizenship, he committed fraud, because what he did was he received a green card and he's been on it for over 20 something years under a fraudulent name. So that is a crime. So what Porsha is doing what she needs to do, because Simon could potentially go to jail. Not only can he be kicked out of the United States, which he was originally kicked out, and that's when he committed the fraud. Baby, listen, we know Porsha is only out for herself. That is how she has been, and that's definitely how they portray her on the Housewives. So is Porsha selling out her own husband, honey, to save herself? Because the U.S. government has already stated that Simon is basically committing marriage fraud. So they're saying that he's marrying people just to stay in the United States. And now that this is going to be showcased on Bravo, this is not good. This is not good if this is potentially going to be Porsha's storyline. I mean, I don't think Porsha wants to go down as an arrested housewife like Jen Shaw. Jen Shaw, a housewife that was arrested. Leah McSweeney. We have Gina and Matthew. The list goes on and on. And what I want you guys to understand is Porsha's husband has been convicted of several crimes. And one of the major crimes that he has committed is he's been on a fraudulent visa for the last 20 something years, which could definitely mean problems for Porsha. So you know what Porsha is doing? She's getting out of this. So if this is not a storyline, if in fact they actually do divorce, Porsha is getting out of this to save her own ass, because as his wife, and with the federal government saying that he is actually marrying women fraudulently, she could definitely be implicated in something. And we know Porsha is not going down for even herself. So is Porsha doing this really to save herself? I feel like that she is, because all of this comes on the heels of him not receiving a citizenship from the United States. I also feel like a lot of people are looking over the severity of, the crimes that he has committed. Now, I'm not even talking about the crimes that he's committed with regards to the fraud and all of that. The crime that I'm talking about is he falsified documentation and was over in the United States of America on fraudulent paperwork. That's a serious, serious crime. And I don't believe Porsha wants to be affiliated with him. I think Porsha married him for money. And I believe now that it's not looking so good, I think that she is running. If you guys recall, Porsha never sold her home. So I don't believe she ever believed in this marriage. I believe she jumped on this train to ride it as long as she could and to get as much as she can and bail whenever was necessary. Again, she never sold her home, in which she still owns. I believe that if you have been watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta for any length of time, you would know that Porsha never married Simon for love. She didn't marry Simon for love. She married Simon for status. She married Simon for money. And that's why she married him. She never married him for love. She didn't love Simon. She would have much rather been with Dennis, except for Dennis, he just wasn't having it, and neither was his mother. So the fact of the matter is Porsha is a gold digger. So she'll get with anybody as long as the money is right. If you guys recall, Porsha's mother was the same way. If you guys recall on Porsha Family Matters, when they talked about her mother, they made a lot of jokes because Porsha's mother was allegedly a side chick to her dad and to Lauren's mom. So there was a whole big story about her and what the other side of the family was saying about Miss Diane. So Porsha was taught by her mother to basically get men with money. Now, I'm not saying, you need to find somebody broke, but Porsha married this man for status. She never married him for anything else. As we saw in the episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, when she came to their house, she was just immersed. Like, she loved it. Like, you can just tell that she wanted that woman's life. But now that she has it and she's wife number 5, it doesn't look so good because I don't know if she knew, or maybe she did know. Honestly, she probably don't even care. But the fact that it is all over the blogs that, Simon is a scammer, and now with the United States government stating that he is marrying women to enter the United States as a citizen, really sheds Porsha in a bad light. And it doesn't make her look any better now that she has filed for divorce. But I would imagine that if, the federal government reached out to her, I mean, they can't make her say that, the marriage was fake, could they? But I believe that with this particular situation, Porsha is divorcing him because, again, you have the federal government involved. And based on what Simon did, that is really a crime. And with this entire storyline being showcased on Bravo, they may even pick it up and charge him. Like, that's a serious crime. So he literally falsified documentation using a fake name, and he's been over in the United States illegally. And that is my take on this story as it continues to fold. I will continue to bring you guys updates. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you guys enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on a video. And as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments.